All right, let's go to the original free kick and preview Atlanta United's upcoming contest against Montreal. Atlanta is coming off of a 1-1 draw at Inter Miami on May 9th. That concluded a stretch of 4 games in 14 days. They had their 2 matches in against Philadelphia in the CONCACAF Champions League and road matches against New England and Inter Miami. So it was a very long stretch of a lot of matches in a short amount of time for Atlanta United. And here is Captain Brad Guzan on the team finally being able to focus on MLS play.
Yeah, I mean, it's, some of us we're talking about that. I mean, you look at some of the CCL teams in terms of, coming off of their performances, midweek and whatnot. And it's been a bit of a rough go. So, although we're not over the moon with the draw today, you look at the big picture, and now it's down to us to turn our focus and attention to getting fresh legs, making sure that we clean up any injuries or any niggles that we have that are lingering around. That guys have the time now to get healthy, and with that going on, and you then give yourself extra days to be on the training pitch to understand the concepts of what we want to do. I mean, I think after it was the water break, we then made the change in terms of personnel, and I think you started to see a little bit of disjointedness, and that's on us as a group to make sure that when guys come on and we change things on the field, that we have an understanding of what's happening.
Yeah, that schedule was very difficult for the team. They lost. Well, they were eliminated from the Champions League. They drew one contest and lost one contest to Philadelphia. They lost at New England and then had the draw in Miami. So out of all those contests, they did not have one win out of those 4 contests. So it was just not the best stretch play for Atlanta. But as I said, now they can focus on MLS play. But before we get to that, here is Jake Mulroney on that condensed schedule and how the team got through it.
It does take a little toll on you playing every couple of days. It's quite tough, especially like having 2 of them games in Florida, like midday in Florida. It takes a lot out of you. It's the heat is crazy and stuff like that. But I mean, that's part of the football. There's a lot of teams around the world and in this league that have to do it. So it's part of the game. But I mean, a week to prepare and to recover helps a lot.
And as he mentioned, that it is typical of, well, when you're a team like Atlanta and you qualify for many tournaments, it's like the Champions League and the Open Cup, the United States Open Cup, when that starts up again, hopefully in the summer, for all parties involved, they'll be in the same deal. They have to play multiple matches in a week in a condensed schedule. But that's just the reality of when you are a team that qualifies for major competitions. That's the way things go. But they will be able to now get ready to prepare for Montreal. But one more note, from that contest, at least their 1-1 draw at Miami on May 9th, Joseph Martinez was able to get on the board with his first goal in a very long time. It was 440 days since his last United goal, which came in the Champions League against Motagua. And then it was more than 500 days since his last MLS goal and his last MLS regular season goal. So it's a very long time since Martinez had scored in a contest. Here he is on the emotions after scoring the goal.
Always a confidence gear, more easy when you score, no? Every day my mind is try to be better and healthy. And, we want to know, for me, the most important is my knee. Feel better every day. But today was the best moment in my life because we work a lot, we suffer a lot, and I hopefully this is the first of the many.
Man, it was a very big moment for him. You saw him go celebrate with his teammates and his trainers, from Atlanta to help them rehab through that injury. So he is now back on the field. Was unable to go to full 90 minutes, And that's been I've seen from message boards or from Twitter, people wondering when will he play a full 90. We mentioned the condensed schedule. Miami, it was very, very hot. Conditioning was very tough for many of the players, and also he's coming off a major knee injury. But here is Gabriel Heinze Martinez's position on the field and how he's asserting himself into the lineup.
No necesariamente en el partido de hoy.
Not really in the game today.
Pero sí que cuando él desciende
But it's true that when he moves back,
es porque hay un espacio que liberó otro compañero
when he moves back, it's because somebody, like a teammate, created this space for him.
y que el rival se fue a otro lado.
Because his teammate moved, attract his defender.
Y entonces nosotros, depende del movimiento del rival, movemos nuestras fichas.
And also depends on the movement of the opponent, we move our players.
Y en este partido, creo que José en el gol no es que ha hecho un movimiento, sino que sabíamos que podía controlar el área.
For example, in the goal, when he controlled the ball near the box, we knew that he would have this chance.
Y teníamos esa posibilidad, de lo cual él tenía que controlar y definir rápido.
Like, for example, in this situation, he only needed to control, turn, and finish quick.
Tanto él como los wingers que íbamos a tener más posibilidades como las hemos tenido hoy en área.
Also, we had the wingers that to have more occasions inside the box with them.
It's a lot of moving parts with Martinez. It's not similar to last year. Obviously, he got injured in the very first MLS game on February 29th. That's an easy day to remember because it was a leap year and it was in Nashville. And so that's pretty easy to remember that exact day of 2020. You have a new manager, obviously, with Heinze. You have a new set of players in the lineup. You have no Ezekiel Barco, who was unavailable for that Miami contest, and it looks like he's not going to be available for against Montreal. And Barco's a big distributor for Martinez, so he's a lot of moving parts as far as Martinez on the roster in this 2021 version of Atlanta United. So he is playing not necessarily a false nine. What that means in essence, just for conversational purposes, nine is usually the striker, the person that plays furthest, the offensive player that plays furthest ahead, and scores the goals and makes a lot of the shot attempts. A false nine is, and like your forward, and we all know what a forward is for soccer. The person that's up front. A false nine is someone that's kind of like a midfielder. You play without a striker, without that one solid person, being the main goal scorer or the main person up front. It's more of a midfielder that kind of drifts around the further back than a normal striker. There are various forms of people that do that. We've seen Martinez play in that a little bit, especially with Frank de Boer. That was a spot that he played quite a bit, and that had people kind of disappointed in not seeing Martinez up front all the time. With Tata Martino, he was more the traditional nine, the traditional striker that was up front. And now with Heinze, the new manager of Atlanta United, it's a little bit of a blend, a little bit of a mix, but he's just trying to work through the system of Heinze. I think you'll see Martinez play more forward and more up front as the season progresses. But you have to realize with Heinze's system, a lot of interchangeable parts. We've seen guys like George Bello, who's a back, playing forward and pushing it in the box. We've seen guys like Jake Mulroney having to be, an attacking midfielder, but tracking back to defend. It's just a lot of guys there's really, I don't want to say positionless soccer, because you still have your standard guys like a Miles Robinson, who is a defender and usually stays in the box as far as defending in that regard. But he even pushes forward at times, especially when he gets towards headers on corner kicks. So you have Heinze really using anyone could play anywhere. And some matches, you'll see Martinez, I think, play very forward the majority of the contest. And like the match against Miami, he was maybe more towards the midfield. But ultimately, you want Martinez in the penalty box in the attacking area of the opponent and scoring goals. And he was able to get that goal against Miami. And I think you'll see him be more assertive in that scenario as the season progresses. Now, Atlanta itself prepares to host Montreal on May 15th. Atlanta did not have a midweek game after that condensed schedule that we've gone over. Now, Montreal is coming off of a match on May 12th, so they did have a midweek game. They were able to win against Inter Miami 2-0 and sent on May 12th. So Montreal does come in on a hot streak. Here is Miles Robinson on not having to play the midweek contest.
Yeah, it's definitely always nice to have a full week of training before a game. I feel like historically some of the teams that are in the Champions League probably don't have the best record to start the season because of that. But just the fact that we can train a full week is definitely big for us physically and mentally, and we'll definitely be prepared for Saturday.
And I asked Miles Robinson directly about the team's growth under Gabriel Heinze, and it's been a month or so of actual competition of playing matches. It's not preseason anymore, and now they're actually playing in games that count. And I asked him how the team has been adjusting under Heinze during the regular season and also having that full week of practice without the midweek game.
I mean, I think we're definitely growing. There's definitely been mistakes last game, the game before that, but it's just about going over the mistakes, going over the film with Gabby, and learning about what he wants from us tactically. We watch a lot of film, and we definitely are progressing, and I'm excited to see where we can go from here.
And lastly, here is manager Gabriel Heinze previewing this Saturday's contest against Montreal.
Sí, es un equipo que tiene muy claro los aspectos del juego.
It's a team with a clear idea of the aspects of the game.
Cuando no tiene el balón, lo que hace es poner también mucha gente para cortar la circulación.
In the moment without the ball, what they do is to add a lot of players to try not to allow to move the ball.
Es un hermoso, para mí va a ser un partido muy, muy bonito.
It's going to be a great game for me.
Pero sí que es verdad que vamos a enfrentar a un equipo muy duro y muy trabajado.
We're going to play against a very hard team and a very well-worked team.
And that's Atlanta will face Montreal on May 15th, and we'll have a recap of that contest on our next show. So be on the lookout for that.